The Prime Minister's office says it is up to investigators to determine whether the alleged payout by Airbus to two AirAsia Group executives constitute a bribe. In a statement, the PMO clarified that PM Tun Dr Mahathir Mohamad did not suggest that recent allegations of bribery against AirAsia executives were offset payments. According to the statement, in the course of answering questions by the media, Mahathir pointed out that it was normal for the government to request for offset to benefit from big purchases. He did not say that AirAsia was benefiting from this normal practice. Mahathir said that only if the money goes to individuals that it becomes a bribe, and if it is not for personal benefit, then it is not a bribe in his view. Hence, the statement said reports in the media alluding to the PM suggesting that allegations of bribery against AirAsia as being offset payments are therefore inaccurate and misleading. The PMO adds that it advises the media to be more sensitive as misleading reports could have undesirable consequences on the public's understanding of issues. To recap, AirAsia Group and its sister AirAsia X are in the spotlight following allegations that Airbus had paid the carrier a $50 million bribe to secure plane orders. Malaysia Holdings saw a 13.8% drop in net profit for the fourth quarter of FY19 to 125.4 million ringgit due to a write-off involving a vessel incident in November 2019. As such, revenue for the quarter rose 8.3% to 452.8 million ringgit as container volume grew and the container tariff hike was implemented back in March 2019. Westports also announced a dividend of 6.26 cents per share for the quarter, which brings full-year dividends to 13 cents per share. For FY19, net profit rose 10.8% to 590.9 million ringgit as top line similarly improved by 10.6% to 1.78 billion ringgit. Going forward, Westports says it had originally expected a small single-digit growth in container throughput. However, the recent coronavirus outbreak has clouded outlook. In a separate filing, Westports also announced that it would be buying a 146.4 hectare land in Klang for 393.96 million ringgit from major shareholders. The land is to develop 8 additional container terminal facilities involving a development cost of about 10 billion ringgit. For the first time in a year, the government has dropped the retail prices for RON 95 and diesel in line with lower global oil prices. From February 8 to 14th, RON 95 will be cut by 4 cents to 2 ringgit and 4 cents per litre, while diesel will be 10 cents lower at 2 ringgit and 8 cents per litre. The price of RON 97 will also be reduced by 7 cents to 2 ringgit and 34 cents per litre. According to the statement by the Ministry of Finance, the adjustments were made using the automatic pricing mechanism formula. MOF also noted that the actual retail price for RON 95 for the week of February 1st was 2 ringgit and 11 cents per litre, 3 cents higher than the cap price. Subsidy for petroleum products and liquefied petroleum gas paid by the government amounted to 6 billion ringgit for 2019. Malaysia Holdings, which is acquiring Caring Pharmacy Group, has no plans to merge the two businesses as there is no successful business model for such operations in Asia. However, CEO Colin Harvey says that pharmacy-cum-convenience stores are commonplace in countries such as the US, UK and Australia. He adds that it has been tried in Asia but was never successful. Harvey says Asian customers seem to say, "When I want to buy my drugs, I don't want to be buying a cup of coffee." Today at an EGM, 7-Eleven shareholders had approved the group's planned acquisition of an estimated 25.35% stake, comprising 55.2 million shares in Caring Pharmacy for 143.5 million ringgit or 2 ringgit and 60 cents per share for Motivasi Optima. RAM Ratings says that Maybank, CIMB Group and Public Bank will be able to comfortably comply with the new capital requirements imposed by Bank Negara for domestic systemically important banks. The trio had been identified as D-SIBs under the new namesake framework that comes into effect on January 31st, 2021. RAM's co-head of Financial Institution Ratings, Wong Yin Chin, says the three banks have ample room to meet the stricter capital requirements without needing to raise additional capital. In a statement, she said that the implementation of the framework will be positive for Malaysia's banking industry as it will enhance large financial institutions' ability to withstand shocks while safeguarding the sector's stability in times of stress. She adds that the D-SIB additional capital requirements are less stringent than those of other regional jurisdictions, and there are also fewer identified D-SIBs.